Yo, homie.
Alright, everybody, I am here with Serpentine451,
Hey.
the newest member of the YouTube 3.
Yep, and I am happy to be a part of it.
Yes. If you saw the intro video, please sure check out the YouTubers 3 channel. So, I wanted to talk about this subject ever since I heard this news, read about it, and because I so desperately want to talk about it, but I can't do it alone, so I had to. Thankfully, I met Tony yesterday, where we're chatting with the other YouTubers 3 members, and I get to know him. I say he's a Star Wars fan, like myself. How long have you been a Star Wars fan?
Let's see. I was introduced to Star Wars when I was a little kid, so for years now.
Right. Yeah. So of course we're going to talk about if you have been living on a rock, or unfortunately, like most people in the East Coast without electricity. I don't mean to sound cruel, but it's true. Half of the people in the East Coast are without electricity, unfortunately.
Right.
But as you know, Disney bought Lucasfilm for approximately $4.5 billion.
Wow, for that much?
Yeah, for that much. And they announced Episode 7 for 2015. So we're getting a new Star Wars movie in 2 years.
Hopefully it's better than the prequel trilogy.
Well, we'll get to that. But all right, let's go with you, Tony. When you first heard the news, what was your first reaction? Or where were
Well,
you?
my first reaction was, or were Ewoks gonna be like made into dolls and sold in Disney, or going to be sold in Disney stores now?
I think they always. Well, the thing was Disney always. Well, Disney's kind of like they've been selling like Star Wars merchandise in some of the stores. Like, yeah, I think you saw like Mickey as a Jedi, or I think sure you saw those type of toys.
Oh, I think I've seen pictures of that. I don't know where, but I think I have. Then another thing is, the one thing I thought is that it's an interesting move on Disney's part, because the way I thought of it's like kind of maybe Lucasfilms is in a similar situation what happened to Marvel when when Marvel was bought by Disney. Maybe they were hitting a bit of a financial snare, and they needed someone with deep pockets to help them out.
Yeah, well, I dealt with that because Disney doesn't. But they are doing fine right now. But my reaction, well, the thing was, I took a nap. It was Tuesday, a day before Halloween, so I thought it was a joke. But
Right.
I took like a nap. I thought it was 20 minutes. It felt like an hour. I was so groggy. My mom gave me this big fan for my room, and I was still groggy. I was like, what's going on? And then I turned on my computer, went to comicbookmovie.com, and headline, Disney bought Lucasfilm, Episode 7, 2015. And I was like, what? And I could, like, it didn't really sink in, but then the more I saw, like, the interviews, I saw, if you see the press conference when Lucas signed the deal, and him and Catherine Kennedy, who's now the new she's like she's now I don't say she owns Lucasfilm. I think she's like the title is the same thing that Lucas is because Lucas pretty much saying he's retired.
Right.
He's done. And the more I think about it, I was thinking, okay, this might be the best thing that happened to Star Wars in like forever.
Right.
And and I was thinking it cannot get worse than the prequels.
Right.
It can't. But
No.
here's the thing: I'm excited. We're getting a new Star Wars movie, but I'm
Oh, I
not.
am too.
Yeah, but I'm keeping my. But I'm cautious
Oh yeah.
because it's not because it's Disney. I don't think Disney is like an evil corporation. They make some good movies,
Oh yeah.
but
I was practically raised on Disney movies myself.
yeah, I do, and I love. I grew up watching Disney half my life, like everybody do. But it's still like it's Star Wars. How it's like now a complete new control over this franchise. Um,
Right.
and I know that Lucas is like creative consultant for the film, which means something. And the thing he said, he's got like outlines for like episode 7, 8, and 9.
Right.
And they're gonna use that and make it for. And the thing was, they're gonna make a big trilogy, a big franchise, a new franchise for Star Wars. It's like they're gonna release new Star Wars movie every 2 years or so, from what I'm hearing.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And plus, it would probably take 2 years just to make one Star Wars film anyway. Because if you want to do an epic sci-fi story, you would have to throw in a bit of like a large amount of cash just to do that.
Yeah. Okay. The thing I was thinking about this. I was thinking the reason why. Uh, I think this deal was pretty much in talk for years. Um, and And I was thinking, is Disney doing this because John Carter bombed that much? No, because seriously, because they were having this high hope for John Carter to be this new big epic science fiction franchise, and like the Borson books are like there's like 12 of them, I believe,
Right.
and they want to make like a big franchise, and then the movie bomb. I don't know about you. I don't know if you saw it. You saw it, John Carter?
Yeah, I think we own John Carter. I remember watching it in the theater. I thought I liked it.
I like
Maybe
it too.
like some parts, like the weird alien dog thing, just made me laugh.
Yeah, I did.
So it's
I,
up there.
I did like it. I don't think it deserved that because it was a big hit on Disney because it cost a lot of money to make and it didn't make that much money back in the box office. So
All right.
I was wondering, oh well, we can make our own franchise. How about we get a franchise that everybody knows or watch it regardless?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I was thinking that, but
Honestly, that's not the way to go when it comes to Star Wars, because there are like diehard fans of Star Wars, even more like bigger fans than us, dude.
yeah,
That would just go insane and do stuff that we can't even imagine if things go wrong.
yeah, and then I keep seeing these videos and then like comments, or like on Facebook, on Twitter, that people are not happy with this deal. Which I kind of understand.
No, it was the same it was the same thing. It's similar to what happened when Marvel was bought by Disney.
Exactly.
I was there myself. I was upset that Disney was gonna stick its tendrils into what Marvel's doing, and I'm glad that they didn't do that.
Yeah. Like
But it could have been worse.
it,
That they would if Disney were to take full control of Marvel Comics, they would have gotten rid of a lot of characters and some of the adult themes in the comics.
yeah.
And that's something that would have been devastating for comic fans like us.
Oh yeah. But the thing is, you could say that deal was best. I think Marvel's bigger than it's been.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because of the and all I think it has to do with like the Avengers was a huge hit.
Yep.
And so yeah, but in terms with Star Wars, like I am a fan, and I actually also the thing I was really hoping is does this mean we'll get the original trilogies on DVD and Blu-ray without the untouched editing?
Oh yeah, of course.
Well, here's the thing. Unfortunately, Fox still owns the previous Star Wars movies.
Uh,
Yeah. Although but I talked to someone who says that Disney could just buy them back. They could just use their money as of not now, but I'm sure maybe around the time the episode 7 is going to be released, so probably
right.
cut a deal with Fox for them to give them the original trilogy and then they release it. Because you know how Disney does these special limits for their like classic movies.
Oh yeah, like every time, like every so often, there would be a commercial on TV about talking about a movie that's going to be just locked away in the Disney vault forever if we don't buy it.
Yeah, yeah, like buy the Lion King or you'll never see it ever again. Like those type of things. Now we're hearing about all right, because I know Star Wars barely on the 6 movies, and
Mhm.
most of because I wasn't okay. I don't hate Clone Wars or Cartoon Network. It's
Right.
it's
Oh,
fine.
I haven't seen it. I've only seen like clips of it. And I think I have a good general knowledge on Star Wars because I know of the comic books that Dark Horse publishes.
Yeah,
And oh, there's another thing. Since uh, Disney bought Lucasfilms, when Marvel have publishing rights over Star Wars comics now, like
okay,
they did in the like I know for a fact Marvel I believe had publishing rights when the first Star Wars trilogy came
yeah,
out, and they were
yeah.
doing
For mostly the 70s and 80s.
yeah. And then that
Um,
was transferred over to Dark Horse at some point.
yeah, yeah. They don't know. Dark Horse doesn't know.
Yeah,
So for me, I haven't read any of the Dark Horse. Again, like I said, I know the Star Wars only of the movies. Uh,
right, and
so
right,
it, but to me, I'll say leave Dark Horse alone with Star Wars. That's
right.
um,
I agree.
although it'd be interesting to like if Marvel owns them and we see like a crossover between I don't know, but it just I'll say even though I haven't read the Dark Horse Star Wars series,
Yeah,
just leave it just in Dark Horse.
I've been hearing nothing but good. I heard a lot of great things about Star Wars Legacy, even though
Yeah,
I haven't read it myself. But I would really love to read that books.
right. Now in terms of all right, because the thing about Disney is okay, we're getting a new Star Wars movie, and I was thinking about what they've done lately with their live action movies. Like, all right, the
Hmm.
Pirates of the Caribbean movie, I like 2 out of the 4 of the movies,
Right.
and Tron Legacy, I thought was okay. I thought it was fine.
Yeah,
John Carter, it bombed. I really liked the movie. I thought it didn't
I did
hurt.
too.
But when I saw the trailer for Lone Ranger, I was like, I don't know about that. Like, I'm not sure about Lone Ranger.
Yeah, I still need to watch that trailer.
But it's like because Johnny Depp is Tonto, and he is in a crazy get up like Johnny Depp always do.
Oh
So
yeah, of course.
and then he just talked through the entire trailer. Like Ari Hammer is a Lone Ranger. He doesn't say
Hmm.
a word. So I'm interested, but it's the first trailer and they're still filming it. So
Right.
but the thing was worrying me is a western, but it costs like $260 million to make. And I was like, oh my god, it's Wild Wild West budget, you know?
Oh
I
no.
don't think it'd be like steampunk, but I think it's more like supernatural side of it. It's gonna be like Pirates Caribbean in the West, in the Old West. So
Oh god.
I, but then I was thinking, okay, first of all, it's obvious that episode 7 is gonna be in 3D.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Even though I hate 3D, it's a gimmick.
Well, if they plan it first. Now the other thing, because I'm so and so 3D. I saw one couple of movies I like in 3D. There's one I wasn't impressed. The last
Right.
movie I saw in 3D was Prometheus, and
Hmm.
that was stunning. But that's because they were meant to shot 3D. The 3D
Right.
conversion, when they do it after they did shooting and doing in post production, those are crap.
Yeah, yeah,
Now,
I know. But if my thing is, if a movie's meant to be in 3D, yeah, I'll go watch it in 3D. But if it's a movie that's in,
let's see. All right, sorry about that. So, what you were saying?
what I was saying that since I'm a story and character guy, the thing about special effects, I do like special effects, but it has to help the story along, not be the main focus, not have it be the focal point that you go to watch the movie for. My issue with some movies that have great special effects is that it's the only thing you remember in that movie. That you don't remember in the characters, you don't remember what the plot is, and you just remember, ooh, look at the pretty colors and pictures.
Yeah, there's some movies that do that. Now story. Okay, like I said, I'm not much of Star Wars for the movies. Now, people wanted the Star Wars movie based on the what's it called, the Herm of the Empire book series.
Ooh.
Have you heard? Have you read those?
No, I haven't yet. Though I am, I wouldn't be
Do you know? Do you
surprised.
know?
But
Do you know about them? If
I
you,
know, I
if
know
so,
of the book. I know of the Star Wars books, Mike. I know of them. I know they exist.
yeah, because this book series set place 5 years after Return of the Jedi,
Right.
and it do with a new villain and um, Luke having a wife and kids, and Han and Leia got kids, and it's like a kid. Now that's the thing what people are wondering. Now they say it's gonna be original. It's gonna be original Star Wars story. They'll know it's gonna be set place like say 100 years before Episode 1, or 100, or whatever years after Return of the Jedi. They don't know what gap is going to be. Hopefully it's not like
It's either before the prequel trilogy or the original trilogy. My guess is that it should take after the original
yes.
take after the original trilogy because they could go in the route of the books, or they could actually do some adaptations of Star Wars Legacy
Mm-hmm.
with the because I think the main character, I think that kind of what I can't remember. I know I think I can remember the story behind it, but I know that the main character is a Skywalker. I know that for sure,
Uh-huh.
but I can't remember his first name. I know he's
Is,
related to Luke. I know he's in that same family.
right. Is it
Right.
Ben? No, it's not Ben. Wait, is it Ben? I know he named
No,
one of his kids after Ben. After Ben. No.
no, it's I think it's early. I think it's later, much later than because Luke Skywalker's dead at this point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a Skywalker. I believe. Yeah, if I remember right, it is Skywalker. You just have to. I know the main character has a connection to the Force. That's all I know. I think he's a Skywalker also.
Right. Yeah, the story. Well, the thing about with Disney is because and the Lucas brought this up that yeah, like Disney and Star Wars like fit because they're known with interesting, colorful characters and high adventure stories, and it's like yeah, that would fit in Disney. Um, I think I want to go back to like the reaction, the negative reaction with this news.
Right.
It has to do with the fact that whenever Lucas does Star Wars, it's not good news. You know,
Right.
with the prequels and the special edition and adding CGI in the original trilogy and added scenes, and it seems like as of now people are because here's the thing I don't like those, but I'm not like some people think of Lucas as this child molesting monster.
Yeah.
Like they trying to make him to be, and
Right.
they try to make Lucas like one of the most despicable men it's like Hitler, Mussolini, Osama bin Laden, and George Lucas in that list. Honest,
Yeah. Well, there was like I know South Park did an episode where it was mostly about the whole. Actually, two instances when that happened, like the whole remastering thing, and what happened, and the characters of South Park reacting to the so-called fourth Indiana Jones movie.
Yes, which I think that gone too far.
Yeah.
Because I like Indiana Jones 4, sorry, but
You know, my favorite of the Indiana Jones movies will always be Last Crusade.
me too. Yeah,
That, that's
I,
just me.
yeah. Oh, and then the other thing, including the deal, Disney also have the rights to Indiana Jones, but they're not going to make an Indiana Jones movie as now. They just
I think that's the best move on, and I think that's a great move on Disney's part because, uh, one, I'm not sure Harrison Ford would want to play Indy again because of his age.
I think he would, unless it's. I think it's more like the money now rather than.
Yeah, or
Uh,
or or maybe they, or maybe they, because I don't want to go in the route of making an Indiana Jones movie or a Star Wars movie for the sake of making them because they're so popular, they're so ingrained, they're so part of our pop culture,
yeah,
and that's not the right move that Disney should do. If they were going to make an Indiana Jones movie, they would have to really plan it out. Same thing
yeah,
about the Star Wars film as well.
yeah. You know what? Here's the thing. As I thought of this, if because the release date is 2015. Now, if
Hmm.
they announce that they're going to push it back because of script issue or they're not sure about the story, that would mean they're taking this seriously.
Right.
If they say, yeah, we decided to just put it on hold until the script is right, that's like, you know what? I'll wait for a long time for just the right Star Wars movie. If they
No.
just, if rather just like, yeah, it says right now 2015, but
Mhm.
if it's going to be a date change, I'll be more thrilled about the new movie.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they're taking it so seriously. And that's the thing, because the whole, let's see, what's the phrase? If you don't learn from your past, you're doomed to repeat.
Yes.
So so they look at the prequels and see what's wrong. Now they have now I don't like the prequels, although I mean
Yeah, well, the prequels had good elements in them, but they were just poorly executed.
exactly. The whole thing was the hero rise fall from grace,
Hmm.
and like in Star Wars, it's about the rising of the hero. That's the storyline for the original trilogy.
Right.
Um, now, if they just look at what's written, what's wrong with, and that's a great thing, because again, George Lucas, he's a creative consultant, but he's not having his arm around the new Star Wars trilogy. It's
Yeah.
gonna be new people, and that's the thing that got me really excited. It's like, because you wonder what would happen if this writer and this director, this producer make a Star Wars movie. How
Yeah.
and George Lucas not, he's like somewhat a part of it, but not completely a part of it. Like he's just
Yeah.
there.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind actually for like if we were going to do like different writers and different directors. I
Yes.
think J.J. Abrams have a would have a good chance of actually directing this new Star Wars film.
Yeah. Because a lot of people say JJ, but he does. Because I did like
Or
I did like to start his Star Trek, but I do get why people say it looks a little bit like Star Wars. I did.
it doesn't. And also on the writing side of things, I would think J. Michael Straczynski would have a great handle in because
Oh,
he did a lot of he has connections to sci-fi because he wrote Babylon 5 and
yeah, yeah,
from what I've heard that's a good series.
yeah. I heard that too, but yeah, and I think we should go like this. Okay, directors who
Right.
should direct the Star Wars. You say JJ. Um, the only person I have in mind who I think that if they direct Star Wars Episode 7 will be amazing will be Guillermo del Toro.
Ooh, yes, I agree with you on
Oh yeah,
that.
but the thing is, I just read a report that he's doing this or is in talks with Warner Brothers of doing like a supernatural Justice League movie.
Oh,
You're,
oh,
no, no, it's like Justice League Dark.
oh.
It's with Zatanna, Constantine, Swamp
Well, it's
Thing,
actually pronounced Constantine.
Constantine. I'm sorry, Constantine, Zatanna, Swamp Thing, Phantom Stranger, the Spectra. Pretty much.
That's
pretty much DC's the supernatural superheroes.
Well, that's interesting, but I would never have thought that that kind of a movie would be made. But if they
Yeah,
were to go that, if Warner Brothers wants to go that route, they should just look into the Justice League Dark comics,
yeah,
and they could get some good material. But anyway, we're
yeah. But
it,
but 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 that's a report. Now, if it's not true,
yeah,
I hope is Guillermo del Toro. Like he
yeah.
was supposed to do
But
The Hobbit,
oh
and
yeah, I
and
was excited for what he was going to do with the Hobbit, but then that didn't happen.
but he backed up. I'm so excited for The Hobbit, but probably more it was Guillermo del Toro, and I'm excited for Pacific Rim for next year.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, because it looks like he's gonna be, it's like those monster movies as like with robots. Like, oh my god, it's gonna be amazing. But with Del Toro, I think with Del Toro, because he's a big fan of practical effects and
oh
people
of course,
in
and
and makeup. And that was the thing about the prequels. It's too much like it was a great CGI,
yeah,
great special effects, but it's too much if you compare
yeah.
to, like the original trilogy. I think with Del Toro, we'll get the blend because he used special effects when needed to be,
Yeah.
but like Hellboy could have easily be completely CGI.
But that would have looked terrible.
Yeah, but thankfully it's a raw not raw yeah raw Perlman in complete makeup, and I like
And he actually looks like a Hellboy from the comics.
yeah like straight out of comics, and I think
Yeah.
Toro will get like the feel of the practical effects from the original trilogy, but still have the cutting edge special technology we see in today movies.
Yeah. And I think that would be a great blend and
Yeah,
the best way to go for Star Wars as right now.
yeah. The other director, I'm hoping that maybe because cause I always pick him in nearly every movie I want to be in. Um, Brad Bird.
Really?
Yes. Do you know who he is?
Oh, Brad Bird, who I think the one thing I've seen of his is the Incredibles.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the.
Incredibles. Incredibles. My Iron Giant.
Oh yeah. Oh, Iron Giant. That's right. That's another
And
one
it,
he's.
and then his first live action movie was the last Mission Impossible movie, and it was really
Really?
yeah, it was really great. It was like his first time doing a live action, and he did really well with that
Yeah,
movie.
I think that would be an interesting choice to go
But
with because I
yeah,
it would give Brad Bird a chance to stretch his muscles because I don't think he's ever been a part of anything sci-fi-ish. I
yeah,
think the closest thing to that is Iron Giant,
yeah,
but full-on sci-fi that's gonna take a lot of that needs to that needs that takes a lot of work.
right. Okay, let me start recording. Go to another tape.
Right.
All right. Well, okay. The thing about Brad Bird is I do really want to direct Star Wars. I did this video about here's the thing about 2015. Okay, we'll
Mm-hmm.
get Star Wars Episode 7, Avengers 2, the Justice League, Ant-Man, and I believe Avatar 2 or 3.
Uh,
Yeah. Think
hmm.
about it. Yeah. Think about that year. We're getting uh,
That is that's a cluster of because I know Avengers 2 will be really good,
yes.
and the rest are unsure. Maybe Avatar 2 or 3, whatever, which ones
I
comes out
think
that year, would
I
do really well also.
yeah I think
But
Avatar yeah I think Avatar 2 and 3 might be in one of those years because that's the thing because James Cameron is filming the sequels at the same time.
mhm.
So yeah, but think about that year. I mean that's like the amazing year for movies.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Um. Why if everyone like I believe we hear a Justice League movie for like years and they say
Mhm.
oh yeah we're definitely doing Justice League is gonna be in 2015 the same year as Avengers 2 and then like I said with Episode 7 I would be surprised if they push back or put it on hold until they get the right script which
Right.
yeah um but then I was thinking about Brad Bird, I was like, you know what? I want to do a new Star Wars movie, but I really want him to do Incredibles 2.
Oh, of course.
Okay,
I
like
think.
I think if I think it should be Incredibles 2 first.
Hmm.
Yeah. Uh,
Although Pixar should do a lot more original movies than do sequels to their other movies
no,
that
no,
would
Incredibles 2, no,
are deserving of sequels, like Incredibles.
Incredibles 2, no, Incredibles 2, then do originals because I'm that selfish. Okay.
Oh,
But I was gonna say, but let's go on other thing. How this deal will help what Disney's gonna do with Star Wars.
right.
Um, like I was thinking about, they could probably do an animation movie.
Ooh.
Like first of all, like episode the Star Wars movie they're gonna do is gonna be live action.
Hmm.
But I was thinking about they should. I wonder if like Pixar's going to do like I heard like maybe shorts, like those Pixar shorts you see like before.
Oh, a Pixar short with that Star Wars theme, that would be really cool. I would like that.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. And then attraction. I mean, there's so many possibilities where
Oh
we're
yeah,
you were gonna definitely see like people are saying, oh, there's gonna be a Star Wars section in Disneyland.
yeah. Oh, and here's the thing. I was watching a video that Deadpoolzilla did
Yeah.
about
Oh, Kingdom Hearts 3 with
oh
Vader.
yeah, with Star Wars characters. I think well that video he did was I thought it was hilarious, but it could happen.
Yeah, if that happens,
I
that
want
means
it to happen.
if there's like they have to put the Star Wars characters in Kingdom Hearts 4, that's mean they have to push back Kingdom Hearts another 8 years.
Oh.
We have to wait. We have to wait. It's like sorry, we have to put Star Wars characters. Like damn it. All right, fine.
Hey,
But
it will be worth it. You'll
it
be fighting against Darth Vader. You'll be fighting against Darth Vader and Palpatine. I think you can wait for Kingdom Hearts 3
yeah
if you're
yeah
fighting Palpatine and Vader.
of course. Yeah, again, a lot of possibility. Now also there's like I heard years about Lucas want to do a live action Star Wars movie.
Hmm.
Now, I wonder if they could to do that because the thing is, Lucas was putting that on hold because he wants to make it the most expensive. His vision is like he has to be expensive. The show has to be expensive. But now with the deal, I wonder if they could do a live action. Now, I don't think about Clone Wars though. Uh,
No.
Although I heard I think this could be the final season because I heard that the Clone Wars meant to be like a 6 season series. So this could be a
Yeah, well, I don't know much about Clone Wars when it comes to that stuff because I know I'm the kind of Star Wars fan that likes the movies, it knows general knowledge about the franchise, but never really could get into the animated could get into Clone Wars.
yeah.
Never really could find the time and actually getting into it.
Yeah. Um,
Because plus, since Netflix has a lot of stuff that I want to watch first.
yeah. Um, but in terms of, I think we could definitely, I hope this deal might bring fruition the Star Wars live action, although they have to cut the cost, because that's the thing, because Lucas want to make a high, expensive movie, and I mean,
So we wanted to make it Avatar big.
no, for the live action Star Wars movie, he wants to make,
Yeah, for
yeah,
the live action Star Wars movie.
yeah,
You wanted to do something as big as what James Cameron did with Avatar.
yeah, pretty much, yeah. Um,
That's pretty funny to me.
well, I was wondering
I
that
don't
if
know
they
why
could.
I find it hilarious.
Yeah. Well, I was wondering that I hope we'll get like a Star Wars anime series for like something Disney XD. Uh,
Oh,
yeah.
that would be cool, but it would have to be an actual good product.
Yeah, and it had to be somewhere was fit in that universe. And the thing was, like, yeah, what with the original trilogy, I can think of a story. Like, yeah, I want to see. And that's the thing. What they do with the original characters? Are they gonna bring back Leia, Luke, and Han? That's mean they bring back Carrie Fisher, and Mark Hamill, and Harrison Ford back. Uh, it-
Um,
um, and I don't know about recast, but
I don't know. I think that the best course of action for that would like do mentions, maybe do a flashback scene with the original characters as the age they would be at that point, like but older. That's the way I would see it, and how it would actually make sense.
yeah,
But if they try to pull some crazy stunt like try to de-age Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and
yeah.
Harrison Ford like they did in X3 with Patrick Stewart
No,
and
they look
James
weird.
Gunn, that would be god awful.
Yeah, that'd be looking weird. I mean, unless you could do, okay, maybe you could do set in how many years? 150 years, and then focus on, look at Han's kids and Luke. Leia and Han's kids and Luke and his, what's his wife's name in the book? I forgot.
Oh no, I don't know. Oof.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah. Well, anyway,
I think that it would be a good idea to do, or they could do something completely different and just say what they were intending to do, like do it in original story that has some ties to the originals, but is completely you can look at it on its own, and you
yeah.
can watch this without watching the other movies, which you should watch the original trilogy and just skip the prequel trilogy.
Yeah. Um. Oh, it's the Thorns trilogy. I'm looking at the books, and Mara Jade. That's Luke's
Mm,
wife in the books.
right. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, what you were saying?
What I was saying that they I think
Oh, standalone,
another
standalone,
thing.
standalone. Yeah, I kind of get. You made like um. Like yeah, make it its own thing.
Yeah,
Like you
like
don't need to see the previous Star Wars movie. If you, it just like it had to be, if they could acknowledge it,
yeah,
definitely. They could definitely acknowledge Vader and the Empire. Um, they, uh,
and like a
they
film that can stand on its own merit, a trilogy that can stand on its own merits and doesn't have to fall back on the trilogies before.
yeah. But the thing, it had to be connected. The thing about was
Oh,
the,
of course, it will be connected, but
but
I'm thinking,
it has to because you remember in the prequels, there's like some continuity that didn't make any sense. That had no connection.
hmm
For the original Star Wars trilogy.
yeah,
So hopefully they get their mind right and just pretty much have this new trilogy a connection with the previous one. You know?
yeah. Let's make sense with our continuity here.
Yes, please. I think if I can think of anything, is there something else that like I'm excited.
Oh, I am too.
About still a bit cautious. Like yeah, it's
Yeah,
neat.
you can't be completely excited for something. You have to. It's like you have to take things with a grain of salt when it comes to uh, Star Wars or anything
Yeah.
that's going to be made into a movie that has some rough edges in its history.
hmm Um.
So you can be excited for something, but you have to be also cautious in that way because it would I'm not saying you should have low expectations,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying you should have a reasonable expectation for this Star Wars film. You
Yeah.
can't go overboard.
Right. Like, but the thing is, it can't be worse than the previous.
Well, it could.
It what?
It could. It has that possibility that it could be worse.
No.
And there's that possibility, but I'm saying it will be good. It will be better than anything we've seen before.
Right.
I'm hoping for the best. That's what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah, I am hoping for the best too. But with that being said, I think that's it. I think we're saying that we're excited. It's
hmm
great, and we're cautious. We're just
hmm
So,
There we
I,
are.
and this is great. I never think of a story like a something like this big in terms of in like anything. You
Yeah,
know,
this is you. This is
it,
like,
I
yeah.
don't want to compare it because they're both things, but for like a movie news or like this kind of, it's like as big as like Heath Ledger's death to me.
Oh, I wouldn't compare it to
No,
that.
I mean for big
I mean
like
that was a tragedy.
I know I mean like earth shattering news. You know,
Oh, on the
that's
scale of that, yeah, earth-shattering news. But
like you just woke up or you just went to your computer and then you just saw this headline. It's like what that
and that's my reaction to a lot of things when it comes to like movie or comic book news.
right, right. But you know, maybe, yeah, I think you compare this to like when Disney put Marvel, definitely like that.
Yeah,
Yeah. So thank you, Tony.
right.
It's
Thanks
been
for having
great.
me, man.
Yeah, I I'm excited. We're excited. But don't get your hopes up. Thank you so much.
Woo!
Yeah.